this painting of all these termite mounds is the last painting I've done, which is about my one of the most wonderful things that happened to me in my life, which was meeting Mzwa Panda. She'd asked me there for Christmas in the community, and which was one of the most wonderful experiences of my life. And a bit later, we were wandering around, and we came across a collapsed termite mound, and she told me all about the ventilation things, the extraordinary kind of chimneys, and there I was staring at this extraordinary collapsed thing, which looked like a collapsed city, and she pointed out where the termites harvest or have these gardens which they bring in vegetable matter, and they have 5 or 6 different kinds of fungal spores which grow, and that's what the termites eat. What started to fascinate me was to learn that these termite mounds were actually extraordinary microcosms of the world. So within them, you had lots and lots of different living forms, all intertwined. And that includes what they call eusocial activity. And of course, the most exciting form of mutualist development is when you have a symbiotic relationship. Six months ago, unbeknown to me, Mzwa Panda was doing her own incredible series of termite mounds. And what was so wonderful to me was that without realizing it, that she'd put the same kinds of birds that have this mutualist thing. You have to understand that all her paintings are made of pathways, flight paths, tunnels, song lines, all through and around them. And so that when you're looking at one of her paintings, you're not seeing someone who's painting the surface of something. You're looking at someone who is painting the inside, and the inside dynamic of it, how all creatures move in and out of each other, and how they make the land, and this incredible worldview. I'd like to try and describe my process and my process systems by saying that I come from a long line of a tradition of landscape painters, and they were often people and they were very often male, and they would paint the view and they paint the appearance of everything. In many ways, that was a very kind of colonial thing to be doing, but I've found that I'm going to do paintings of landscape and creatures and the earth, a lot of it by actually tactile involvement. That's to say, I've gone up to termite mounds and I've put my Japanese paper on them and I taped them, and then I've done rubbings. And so you'll see lots and lots of these rubbings. But then the other thing is I ink the actual things up. I actually ink the plants up. So I'm removing the distance between the artist and the thing. I'm actually trying to find ways of connecting with it and talking with it. One of the things that I have that as an artist, I'm trying to look at the interior and all of the structure and the basic inner shapes, and then the color and the design glimmers through. What I'm hoping is that when you you look at one of these works, you'll see that I am sort of triangulating the inner energy or the actual essential quality of this amazing landscape by using different systems.